Hi, my name's Rifki Locker, and I'm with the product team at Achieve 3000. For the 2013 school year, we've introduced a new lesson format that will provide your students with both an ELA focus, an English Language Arts focus, as well as a focus on content area skills. I'd like to take a few minutes to walk you through the new lesson format and show you how we target both the ELA skills as well as the content area skills. I also want to show you some of the other tools that we've added to the Teacher's Edition and to the Student Edition to support that. I'm logged in now as a teacher into KidBiz, and I'm on the first page of the lesson. The name of this lesson is A New Way to Grow Food. And you can see up top here that this is a life science lesson that specifically focuses on the content area of life science and relationship and ecosystems. On the first tab, the Before Reading poll, I want to call your attention to this new area on the right-hand side called Supporting Resources, where we have in-context recommendations for the teacher on how she should support that step. So you'll notice right away, if you look at the lesson objectives, that this lesson has two sets of objectives. One, the language arts focus, and this particular lesson focuses on the language arts strategy of problem solution text structure. And the second is the science objective. So in this particular lesson, the content that we're covering is related to new technology and farming methods for growing food indoors. If you continue to scroll down, you can see that we give the teachers strategies for introducing the lesson. And again here, this covers both the ELA, problem solution text structure, as well as how to introduce the content area skills that are needed for this lesson. And then continuing down, the lesson vocabulary 2 provides academic terms, so those are your content area discipline-specific terms, as well as cross-disciplinary terms that can be used across the content areas. Moving on to step 2 and looking at how we support both ELA and content area instruction, let's take a look at the first tab here. On the first tab, the first page of the article, after each paragraph, students have a Reading Connections icon. That gives them the opportunity to apply reading strategies as they read. On the second page, that provides additional content area information for students to acquire additional content area skills. I'm not going to click into steps 3 and 4, the activity and the poll, but I do want to take you into the thought question, which is the 5th step. In the thought question, you see a really good example of a synthesis of both the language arts skills and the content area knowledge. So here, we're asking the student to use the problem solution text structure, but also to draw information from the article and from the lesson about the content area, and then type their answer in the text box below. Just to point out to you as well, the stretch article and stretch activity become especially important when you think about the content area skills. So in addition to the 5 steps, students have access to the stretch article, which is essentially the same article but written at a grade appropriate complexity. This is a great way for your students to practice the reading strategies on grade level texts and continue to build their content area knowledge, again, with grade level text. Your students can use this additional round of practice and additional content knowledge to go back to their thought question and revise their responses. So that brings me to the end of the presentation of the 5 steps, but I do want to show you as well a couple of other tools that we've added for you this year. We've added a new My Lessons page, which is a really important tool for you to be able to get a sense of what content is coming. So this year, we will actually be pushing out 5 weeks worth of content at a time. So you can come in at any given time and see the next 5 weeks worth of content. The My Lessons page is the place where you see that. So you can see here there's a list of the lessons that'll be coming up for your class. The start date, you can change that if desired. The end date, you can change that as well. The topic, that tells you what the content area topic is. So this is an article on life science, plants and animal structures. Here's the lesson title. And then over on the right-hand side, you'll see the ELA focus. And as you scroll down the page, you'll see all of the content scheduled to be delivered to your students over the upcoming week with both the content area information and the ELA focus. Finally, just to give you a sense of what the content will look like and what topics we'll be covering, you'll see here that at the 2nd through 5th grade levels, your students will get science once a week, social studies once a week, and then on the 3rd lesson of the week, they'll get balanced coverage of engaging nonfiction current events topics. So figure if you're a third grade teacher, on Monday, the content will be focused on a science topic. On Wednesday, the content will be focused on a social studies topic. And on Friday, it'll be a current events nonfiction news article. If you teach, say, a ninth grade class, in the sixth grade and higher, the content is all focused on social studies. So in the ninth grade, your students will get a world geography lesson on Monday and Wednesday, and the Friday lesson will be that balanced coverage of other engaging topics. That brings me to the conclusion of this presentation. If you need additional information about this, you can visit the Learning Center or contact our support line. Thanks so much.